How does a national series on television's most trusted network join forces with an award-winning filmmaker to bring one documentary from the world of festivals, theaters, and television to the digital space of interactives and social media?
And at the same time, sync those efforts with a nationwide analog engagement campaign to connect different communities.
Hi, I'm Lauren Pristilio, manager of the PBS History series American Experience.
I'm Molly Jacobs, senior digital producer.
In January at the Sundance Film Festival, we premiered the film Last Days in Vietnam from the very talented director and producer Rory Kennedy. The film tells the story of the harrowing final days in Saigon as the North Vietnamese closed in on the city and thousands fled in a makeshift evacuation.
Over the course of the next year, we'll be releasing the doc in theaters across the country, broadcasting it on PBS, launching a 6-figure crowdfunding campaign, producing short videos and audio pieces to live in the digital space, building a following across multiple social media platforms, and creating a national engagement campaign to connect with Vietnamese Americans and veterans groups across the country. All with really not very much money.
At South by, I'd like to introduce you to the people behind those efforts, from our filmmakers to the team creating expanded content, digital features, and the social media campaign.
At the heart of all this is our forthcoming doc, Last Days in Vietnam. We hope to see you at South by, but until then, here's a sneak peek at our upcoming doc, opening in theaters this fall.
We today have concluded an agreement to end the war and bring peace with honor in Vietnam. We have adopted a plan for the complete withdrawal of all U.S. combat ground forces. We are finally bringing American men home.
The Americans were gone, and as a result, the house of cards began to collapse.
We were dealing with an ambassador who was just convinced that somehow there wouldn't have to be an evacuation, and therefore there wouldn't have to be a concern about evacuating South Vietnamese.
Young officers in the embassy began to mobilize a black operation, meaning a makeshift evacuation that would be totally below the radar of the ambassador.
As the North Vietnamese came closer and closer to Saigon, these people were dead men walking. I borrowed a truck and I drove them to the airbase. And I had told them, when you hear 3 thumps, that means hold the babies' mouths, don't breathe, don't talk, don't make any noise, because we're going through the gate post.
The final battle of Saigon has begun. Communist ground forces have started moving in on Saigon's Tan Son Nhut Airport.
That morning, there must have been at least 10,000 people ringing the embassy.
There was a sea of people wanting to get out. They looked up at the helicopters leaving, and I could see their eyes, desperate eyes.
There are no words to describe what a ship that holds 200 and has got 2,000 on it looks like.
We have no more helicopters, that's it.
As it took off, I could see the group right where we had left them. It was just so serious and deep a betrayal.